Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Hi, everybody. It's Annette from Annette Does My Hair. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to give yourself beach waves. So this hair that you see has been blow dried and slept on once. Before I blow dried my hair, I towel dried it out of the shower, and I used the Living Proof Prime Style Extender. I put a little bit in my hands, and I ran it through all of my hair, forcefully putting it into my hair, brushing with the comb, and blow drying as usual. My tool of preference is the 1-inch barrel Enzo Milano curling wand. This wand gets very, very hot, very fast with an even distribution of heat from the bottom to the top. There is no concave cone shape to it. It's just a straight round barrel. You can also use a 1-inch curling iron, and instead of opening the clamp, just leave the clamp shut. You're going to need a styling spray. Again, Sebastian Shaper Plus is my go-to. Obviously a curling wand, some clips for when you section the hair out of your way, and a wide vented brush. Wet brush is my favorite, but you can use any wide tooth comb. You can even use your finger. Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom of the hair first. The first section of your hair should be probably at the midpoint way of your ear. We call it the nape. But this first section here, I'm going to have you section in bigger sections. The section itself should be about 2 inches. The first back section of the hair is going to be the trickiest because you have to pull your hair forward in order to style it backwards. Whatever side of your hair you're curling, I want you to point the bottom of the barrel down always. So if you're curling the right side, barrel down and wrapping away from the face. If you're curling the opposite side, barrel down and you're curling away from the face. You're going to section a 2-inch section wide and about a 2-inch section thick. Spray the hair first. Run the hairspray through with your hands. It is never recommended to spray the hair when it's on the tool, but rules were made to be bent, so we'll see how that goes. So barrel down, the nose of the barrel down. Start about midway down the hair and wrap the hair away from your face, leaving it wrapped around the barrel from the mid shaft of the hair all the way down and letting it heat for 5 to 10 seconds. Once the time has elapsed, you could just release the curl by pulling the wand out of the top of it and leave the curl alone. You're going to let it set gathered like this. Switch to the other side. You should have about 2 sections left. Mom. Be right back. So we're going to spray the hair first. Run it through with your hands. Barrel down. Halfway through the shafts of the hair and curling down. Once the time has elapsed, you're going to remove the wands from the top of the hair, pushing that curl back and taking the last section of hair that's left that's still straight. It's in the center. So you're going to pull the hair closer to the front so you can see what you're doing. Wand down, halfway down the hair, 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, now you should have the first row, the nape, done. Do not let your hair down completely. Moving up the head, take down each side, one side at a time so that you don't cover the curls completely and lose track. Okay, next section, you're going to do the same. Take about a 2-inch section wide, a 2-inch section thick. Spray. Nose down, halfway through, and wrap away from the face. focusing on the back section of the hair. You're going to want to still be pulling the hair a little more forward. It's easier to manage, easier to see in the mirror or the camera. Away from the face, barrel down. Don't worry about every single piece. The whole look of this is tousled, messy, beachy. Okay, the last section of the hair, it's a little tricky. My part is off center, so I'm going to pull a little extra that I normally would part if I was leaving my hair straight, just to have some added volume in the front. Wrapping nose down away from the face and slightly elevated off the hair, off the scalp. Release, and before you let the hair drop, this is when I spray it a little. It helps cool it down and hold the curl. This section, I'm still going to cut in half once more. I'm not going to curl this whole section. I'm going to cut this in half. Now clip this out of the way. Curl this side the same you just did the other side. Split it into two. Spray after. Nose down, away from the face. For the final piece, because this is going to be the piece that rests on our face, whether it's a fringe or just the front section of your hair, I just want you to bend this piece slightly. You're going to spread the curl out on the wand completely. So if you could see how far apart the hair is spread, it really determines the way the hair lays after it's been heat styled. So again, catch the curl, spray to cool. You'll be left with a look like this, a little separated, a little funky looking. This is when I double check that everything's been curled, make sure nothing's been left out. I usually ask my husband if I missed any pieces, or the kids, they help me. I do my makeup, I let the hair completely cool and set. This is when we get a longer lasting look out of it, and I'll show you what's next. So depending on the final desired look that you want, you can either brush these curls out. I am an old school hairstylist, so I love the old school trick of spraying the brush with the hairspray and then combing to help with any static or flyaways and without giving it that crunchy feel. Or, because I want this look to be a little more fun and piecey, I'm going to use the same prime style extender. I like to use just a tiny bit. My favorite smell. And this is when I like to run my hands through my hair and just pull out the curls a little bit. Again, this is where my old school comes in. We'll give it more volume. Again, a little bit of a heavier part than I'm used to. I know we don't have many places to go, but there's nothing wrong with feeling pretty, even if it's in your house. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes.